Hello guys, welcome to Subnautica, and today we're going to take a look at the new patch. I'm going to glitch out in some places, see if they're hiding anything. And it's going to be a pretty long video, there's lots to look at. Rocket base still does not work. But we'll get there eventually, they're just teasing us. So let's head on forward. So the majority of the patch takes place in the Lost River here, which is looking pretty good. You can't go in the eye socket, it's a force field, unfortunately. But yeah, the Lost River and the lava zone have a few updates to look at, and there's lots of story to go through too. There's the big update on story, and you might not want to play through it right now because you do get sick, and I don't think there's a way to get to a cure without console commands. I don't think that's out yet, so you might want to wait on a full playthrough if you come through here. So this is a new skeleton. Looks pretty neat, doesn't it? What the hell? Shit did that come from? Looks like some sort of scanning device. Look at this guy, looks like Godzilla. So it seems like the previous hosts of this planet were doing some research down here. So we're just gonna follow this wire here, and it'll lead you to the first kind of base that was added in. And if you didn't notice, the sonar on this ship is really neat. You might want to try getting that next time you play. I love the wireframe it gives you. Seems like there's a sealed door here, so we're gonna use some hacks. You need an orange artifact to get in here. Be aware of that if you want to play a casual playthrough. You can collect that. And it seems this is some sort of bio research facility. Random bones. Here's the first state of floor here. To sum it up, this says that fauna is asexual. Creatures laying eggs can half the time be asexual, but sometimes they need another individual to reach maturity. They seem to be studying reproductive features of the sea base here. Look around, there's a weird plant thing on the floor. And there's a couple stones, and that's about all in this area. Little tree, little stone, pedestal with nothing, and there's 3 artifacts here you can collect. So we're gonna see, this thing looks kind of like a door, so we're gonna go in the back here and see if there's actually anything back here. Doesn't look like it's just a slab. I love how they added this tool, it really helps exploring half the time. It's just a stone slab, it's not a door or anything. It just looked a bit suspicious. Guess we should move on. Built a little base underneath here, because why not? Bases are usually good for glitching out of the map in some areas. So we're going to move on ahead. Check out if there's any graphical changes. They could always make some tweaks. It's a new skeleton here. I didn't even notice this one. Looks like a child emperor, to be honest. It's pretty much 2 large claws, a large frame. Yeah, that's definitely an emperor child. So we're gonna move on ahead. There's a little crevice on the left side of this waterfall area, and this is where you'll find this base. It seems damaged, torn apart. Have a hard time loading in. Gotta stay here for a second for it to render.
This alien structure appears to have collapsed to the sea floor. Cause unknown. Computing theories.
There's lots of the AI talk. Somehow got damaged, so we're gonna take a look here. Try to find the entrance. So if you notice, you can hear the sea dragon from here yelling through the floors. That has to be a glitch. Must be awfully close to the sea dragon. We can hear it from here to the lava zone. So it must be right below us. which means we can make ourselves a shortcut there with the tool we have on us. So the engine is on this side. I'm gonna take a peek and see what's inside. That's 4 ion crystals. Should be a few more ahead. So we'll... There's a door here. We need a key. It's purple. Make sure you have a purple key before coming here. It seems like there's some data lore behind the wall. That's about it. So we can read through that, see what's going on here. So the civilization here was facing a mass extinction event brought on by this bacterium, this infection going around the planet. And so far, the only thing that they could find that defends against the infection is the Emperor. He seems to be immune, so they've been studying the Emperor and seeing why. Might be some sort of enzyme. And this facility is inefficient to host the Emperor because it's too large, so they made another one. Probably the one in the lava zone coming up ahead. While it's unlikely it's contained with facilities, possible alien research left behind information leading to a cure. And it's telling us the last base is in the lava zone. So let's move on ahead. See if there's anything else. I would have to say this is an Emperor egg in the middle of the chamber. This part is broken. Egg seems to be infected with the virus. Pinning up fish like butterflies. Can't break that glass. There's 2 more ion crystals, another data bank. Let's see what this one reads. This is some sort of black box. So the Leviathan attacked the facility because they were hosting Leviathan eggs. Okay. That's Leviathan egg in the chamber. And one species made it out of 315. And that probably caused the endemic on this world. That one specimen that wasn't destroyed. Well, the infection could be bacterial in the waters. Which means everyone's going to get affected at some point. So this looks like some sort of Leviathan or Emperor hatchling. Grows pretty fast from a normal sized egg. Doesn't look like anything else is in this chamber. Just this guy. I'll scan him later. I just want to move on. I'll scan him on the way up. So let's see what's in the next room.
Residual biological evidence suggests
Got someone hanging and another data bank to look at.
And subjected to
Looks like a warper.
manipulation.
Pieces all over the place. See
Data
what this
pertaining
reads.
to the bacterium is being downloaded. Caution. Detecting atypical fluctuations in blood plasma proteins. A self-scan is strongly
It's
advised.
encouraging us to self-scan. So it's this. It's telling us the stages of the virus, bacterium. Stage 1, non-stage 2, gradual immune system failure. Predictable alterations on the structure. Complete shutdown. So, yeah, that's a list of the stages of the infection. See what else we have in here. Once it's the self-scan, when the scanner says infected
Bacterial
naturally.
infection has spread to the skin
And
and
since the first step is
pulmonary it is imperative
there's
you
no
find a way to neutralize the infection.
way to tell if you have it, except for that scan. It can appear really fast. This seems to be a warper. And this is a new cutscene showing the spread of the virus, and now we're infected. Scanning the warper shows that they were designed to attack anyone infected to try to quarantine the zone. It seems like that failed. So the warpers aren't even natural creatures, they're machines designated to kill anyone infected. So we're gonna scan the remains here. See what this guy is. They don't give us what creature it is, but it looks like it's starved to death. Looking at the features, it's common with the sea dragon. So it's probably a sea dragon hatchling there. That's what that shows us. And that's pretty much everything in this facility. So once you reach here, you get infected. And you have to continue on. So, as we heard earlier, the Emperor is down here. So we're going to take a little shortcut. And what do you know, right below this zone is the lava fortress. So if you ever want a shortcut, just use that tool. So this is the Sea Dragon. I always get the Sea Dragon and Emperor mixed up. Even though I don't think we have the Emperor in the game yet. It must be in this facility, which they are teasing us. So they added this base in the middle of this lava zone. Right in the very bottom at 1200 meters. Well, the path's at 1200 meters, I don't know the exact. It says at the top 1450. So now it tells us to eat something. So the force field here we cannot access. And my items are glitched. What the hell? Hey look, it's dagger dick. Shit. Okay, well anyways, we're gonna glitch our way out of the map and check out how big this facility is. And so far this is the biggest base. Said to be the home of the Emperor, contained in this facility. Just to research this viral infection that it seems to have an enzyme for. This place is huge, there's multiple layers. About as large as the vision zone that we have here. The drawing distance, I should say. Kind of want to make a base in here, just for the sake of it. Looks to have at least 3 layers, and it despawned. So now we should have access to it, which we do. Find a way. Now we have to figure out a way to respawn it if there's even anything to respawn. I don't think there is. It's just this entrance piece that was made. Since that's clearly the only thing here right now. Now look. This creature's behind here. You're not supposed to be here. We can't clip our way into a wall like this. Just kind of go around, and there's a bunch of force fields too. And we made it to the other side of the door. Kind of hard to see through the door because it makes the whole world fuzzy, so I can't tell if there was something back here or not. I think there was, but it despawned. Everything along with it. There's some crystals back here, like floating in the sky. There's a block down the bottom left. It's kind of like a mess back here. Naturally, because it's not made yet. If you're interested, look at this lava. It's kind of weird. That's pretty much the new patch. There's one more zone coming up, I guess I could show. Not much of a zone. First, I'm gonna make a little base back here. See if you can find a way to respawn. So I can return to base with the warp command. Go out. Perhaps it'll load up the whole area or not. I don't think it does. If it doesn't, it won't be in the video. So this is the rocky crag environment. It's nothing special, it's just a bunch of rocks poking out. Lots of rock resources. Oh, and there's a host of quote-unquote whales above this entrance. It's located south of the engines. It's in the engine side of the ship. Just go that direction and you'll find it. It's near the giant Leviathan at the entrance. Here's the host of whales. They always float above the rocky crag. Nothing much. So this pretty much sums up the patch. You know, you can go on these whales now. If you didn't notice, we're just gonna land on this guy. You can walk on them now. I think that was like 2 or 3 patches ago they added this. They float at the surface. It's a nice little island. So that's everything in the Subnautica patch. I wouldn't suggest doing it casually because you'll just get infected. It doesn't really do anything, it's just a luck. But you'll be stuck with it once we reach the end. So yeah, next patch is coming out soon. Then I'll have the cure, hopefully, and maybe some additions to that rocket ship. Somewhere to get off this place. Some end game features. So until next time, have a nice day.